Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hi guys, welcome to another Fool of the Week. Now when it comes to Jacob Rees-Mogg, he's Fool of the Century. However, I'm still unsure which century we're talking about. Anyway, he appeared in the House of Commons on Thursday where he gave probably the stupidest reason ever for why members of the Conservative Party are not wearing masks in the crowded parliamentary chamber. Now, on Thursday it was pretty quiet, yes. However, on Wednesday it was absolutely packed. So full that some members of parliament had to stand. Anyway, let's hear his excuse.
As regards mask wearing, I really responded to the shadow leader. I would say there's no advice to wear face masks in workplaces. And the advice on crowded spaces is with crowded spaces with people that you don't know. We on this side know each other. Now, it may be that the Honourable Gentleman doesn't like mixing with his own side. He may want to keep himself in his personal bubble. He may find the other members of the SNP, who I normally find extraordinarily charming, but he may not take this Catholic view of his other honourable and right honourable members, and I sympathise if that is the case, but we on this side have a more convivial, fraternal spirit, and therefore are following the guidance of Her Majesty's government.
Okay, first of all, why does Jacob Rees-Mogg have to turn everything into some sort of joke? This is a serious issue, and he has to turn it into a joke. Now, he raised the point, well, you don't have to wear a mask even if you're in a crowded area because you're meeting people you already know. No, that's not the guidance. The guidance is about people you don't normally come in contact with. And Jacob Rees-Mogg probably hasn't come in contact with many members of Parliament and many members of his own party for perhaps over a year. So you can't turn around and say, yes, the excuse we're not wearing masks is because we know each other. No, it's not about knowing each other. It's about coming in contact with people. Like Jacob Rees-Mogg probably knows those two guys you can see on the screen who are members of the parliamentary staff who are wearing masks. Well, he should probably tell them, you don't need to wear a mask because you know me and I know you. Obviously, he's just playing around here. Now, I used to believe that this was a left-right issue. But in the UK, I think it's a little bit different. You know, people on the left would wear a mask, people on the right would refuse to. But for the Conservative Party, it's different. They have to convince the public that the pandemic is over, that Boris Johnson has defeated it. And if people on the other side of the aisle are wearing the mask, it's not very comfortable for the Conservative Party because they want to convince the public it's over. So they don't wear masks. And if you see people wearing a mask, it's a sign that, wait a minute, the pandemic is not over. Over 100 people died on Wednesday, I think it was, in the UK from this pandemic. And the Conservative Party are trying to convince the public, no, there is, it's basically over. We get back to normal. Why are they doing this? Because they're under pressure from their donors to reopen the economy as quickly as possible. And we saw it last year as well. Boris Johnson ignoring the pandemic at the beginning, then going into a lockdown too late, then coming out of the lockdown too early, all because he wanted to protect his party, because his party is under pressure to reopen or to impose as little restrictions as possible. The Italian Prime Minister pointed to the UK as as an example not to follow. So when Jacob Rees-Mogg says it's okay, we don't need to wear masks because we know each other, that's why he's Fool of the Week. See you next time for our next Fool of the Week.